In this video, we are going to talk about Salesforce reporting for insurance organizations. And I'd like to start just by defining reporting, because that's a term that can mean a lot of things to a lot of different people. So I want to talk about reports versus views versus dashboards, and then we're going to show you exactly what those are. So when we think about a report in Salesforce, it's detailed data that can be grouped to provide a visual representation for the users. So there can be a lot of data, and we can group it and take a look at it from a bar chart, pie chart, a gauge, what have you. Within Salesforce, there's also views. Now, views are on the tab that you're working on, and there can be a Kanban component that displays data from only one object. So although a view is not technically a report, a lot of people use views instead of reports to be able to look at a subset of their data and to take action on it. And then finally, dashboard. A dashboard is a compilation of report components that are displayed on one page, and they can represent data from multiple objects. So when we talk about the bar chart, the pie chart, the gauge, those are all graphs, if you will, or different illustrations that can be put onto a dashboard so that you can look at it from various different angles. So let's take a look. What we're looking at here is a report. You can see that we're on the Reports tab, and this report is a lot of detailed data. In this case, we didn't summarize it because we just want to see all the data behind it, but we may want to come up here and group and sort it based upon premium, low to high, high to low. We may want to go to any of these tabs and sort them from high to low, low to high. So this is an example of detailed data. If I was going to group it based upon a certain factor, I would be able to then put a graph on top of this report. But in this case, I just want the detailed data. This is an example of a view, and in this case, I'm on the Opportunity tab. I built a view called Policy Renewals in the next 90 days. So I only want to see the next 90 days, and I want to be able to see it by stage. So this is a view where I can segment my data, look at a subset of my data, and be able, just by dragging and dropping, moving it from one stage to another. By doing that, then the total in each stage will automatically be updated. And then when we look at dashboarding, this is an example of an agency production dashboard. So potentially for an MGA that's working with different agencies in terms of ranking them, in terms of looking at fastest growing. And what you can see here is that we're looking at 6 components. 4 of them are bar charts, bar graphs, and those are sideways, but they could be up and down. Right over here, we're looking at a bar chart that's up and down. Here, we're just looking at a detailed list of data. So these, behind each one of these is a report. So if I were to click on, in the lower left-hand corner of any component where it says View Report, I would click on that, and it would take me from this dashboard to that report, and I could see all of the data behind it. So some of the key takeaways are the solution needs to match the user's needs. It doesn't always have to be a dashboard. It doesn't always have to be a report. It could be a view. It really comes down to what do they need and how are they going to take action on it. Any dashboard can be filtered. So you can build standard reports, and you may say, I want to filter this based upon a specific item, such as state, such as product, and you can do that within the dashboard. The nice thing is, if you set up data visibility rules as to who can see what, the dashboard will inherit and obey those rules. So if you can't see it in Salesforce, you won't be able to see it on a dashboard. And also, reports and dashboards can be emailed out daily. So you can set up the time of day, you can set up how often they need to be sent. Some reports daily, some reports weekly, some reports monthly. Same thing with dashboards. And they can automatically show up in Outlook or Gmail in the morning, so you can look at it and decide, is that something I need to take action on? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. at sikich.com/contact-us or at 877-279-1900. Thanks.